Hello, good morning. Okay. I know it just started, but already says up and coming. Yeah. Alright, cool. Excuse me. Go like this, refresh it so it's on the top screen. There we go. I can sit here like this. Nice, cool. And then it's considered, what? Hey, how do you doing? What's up? Finished Lantern Festival. Yay. I'm kind of clogged today. I'm sorry. I'm drinking coffee already to, you know. I'm sorry. It's early, but I wanted to finish this. Well, it's early for me. It's like 9 in the morning. Usually get up at 11:10, but I want to finish this because it's the Lantern Festival, and I always finish these. And then I gotta do that jade screen thing or whatever this thing is, so I can get the character, which should be easy. So I'm gonna do that today too. And then I got laundry to do, but I can take a break, boot up my laundry, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, all good. I can remember it's L1 to run. Okay, over here. Okay. Over here we shall go. Break a rock real quick. Well, I want the primordial jade cutter, or whatever they call it now. What do they call it now? Primordial jade wing spear or something? Primordial jade wing spear. I thought it was the primordial jade cutter. I don't know why, but I always called it that. Okay, primordial jade wing spear. But I need that for him. Like, I really need that for him. I get temple. Should I? How many days left? I'm looking. I got 5 days. Alright. Let's see after these quests how much stuff I get. And then I'll pull.
Is this
really
planes?
Cloud Retainer.
Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
Mm-hmm.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust.
Yeah.
She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor One was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations. As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, One often quarreled with Sea Gazer. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of One's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, "Ah, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me?" Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, "Once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat." She always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub
I'm gonna
the
stop
stove
autoplay
god
for a
and his
second because I
wondrous
just heard something and I want to
creations?
make sure everything's
At the sight of him, we would all
going good here in
immediately drop the
my
argument
house, you know.
and prepare the table for a night of feasting and
So
drinking.
I'll just leave it here for 1 second. Be right back. Okay, I didn't hear nothing. All right, that's fine.
Back then, one was always
PlayStation's already
bothered by
home
how the
now.
cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
They understand this gross up Sakis.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Madam Ping, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story? Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already,
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow. One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Look at the hill each one back on. He's like
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetwood Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul. An emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device.
No.
Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
Aww, Granny.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetwood Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetwood Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come. As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetwood Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetwood Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Gui Zhang's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition? Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Gui Zhang passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. Music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetwood Rambler.
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Aw, poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Gui Zhang a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Gui Zhang was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time.
Oh,
Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories, too, would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
I gotta think about.
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Liyue Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on, because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
Yeah, like me to traveler in Parma.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Liyue Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Is not every lantern rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
She's like, ooh, I'm kind of happy to
All
see
right.
my old friends.
We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Yes, my lady, Ganyu. I shall do that.
Once the Guili assembly, now the
In my true
Guili
form.
plains.
Xiao.
Say,
I am Xiao.
if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
She was messing with her, that's what she was doing. Yeah, it is my boy right there. Hiya. I get that Primordial Jade Wing Spear. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I need it. I need it. I need it for Xiao. Bring his DPS up like 10,000 when it's maxed. Yeah. What level do I have this? Oh. Free, yay. Thank you. Miho, I appreciate it. Any friends? Nope. Oh, hey, no Mentorm. No Resolve. No Cam. No Divvy. Oh, Divvy streams on Twitch. Divvy's nice. Me and Divvy played and we helped each other find some things. It was cool back in the day. Divvy's a nice person. Alright, see, I got the same, see, alright, he's my boy. We play, he's a cool mate. we play, Elden Ring together and, a couple other games, but, and D2. He's pretty cool. And this is my really good friend. Some people probably know other things too, but, really good friend. Really, really good. Got a great role when it comes to, Stone Boy. Him. Ito. Every constellation she's got, the sword she's got, I don't have. The only exotic sword I have is Luke's. I don't have, I do have one constellation for him, which is actually pretty good because, yeah, it goes more. But when it comes to constellations and 5 stars, I think I got like 3 5 stars maybe with constellations. Which is Mona. Yeah, see, Mona's 1. Luke has 1. I can't believe I had 1 for Luke. I had 2 for her. Wow. And 2 for Tuma. Okay. Alright, let's get this going. Alright, sorry. I was just like, ooh. Return Leeway Harbor to Madam Ping. Oh, that's straight to Leeway Harbor to Madam Ping? No, I want to fight. On the way there a little bit. I'd like to fight a little bit. Oh, yeah. Is there like a new dungeon or something I can do? Look at Xiao's eyes, he's like, yeah. Would that look cool for a second? Wait, it was sitting there with the pillar? With that light, kind of looked like... I remember doing the mountain a long time ago, man, that was so fun. I got the whole mountain done. Oh, hey. Wait, you coming to see me, boy? You were the one walking on the steps in the video. Did I say you could be in my YouTube video? Well, you were in the cutscene and everything, Mr. Joe, walking down here like that, like. Taking up the screen time of Cloud Retainer. Hey, where's the thief at? Usually she's here, asking me to do stuff. I still didn't get the second half of hers. And the one for Mondstadt, that quest you get so you can, that's the only thing I need to do to get the wings. It still hasn't given me that quest. I'm so, like, where you had to go to church and talk to that guy in there. Which I thought I did once, but it just didn't do anything. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but whatever. Alright, let's go to Leeway. And Ping. And Ping's upstairs. Right, Guayzhong. And Rosita. Rosita. So soothing. I'm just chilling, just walking slowly with steps like, yeah. Zhao. These are my steps, man. Come back. I'm protecting. Outside. Come by to see my adeptus friends and family. Even though I am one of the last. Well, I am the last of my kind. Which is, dang it, I cannot remember. Yaksha. I'm still half asleep, I'm sorry. I'm the Yaksha, man. The only one left, it's sad. I think I put it, oh no, I put it in a message, but it was a little story of the Handsy Hands guy that you had to fight in the underground world or whatever. I still actually have it on, like if I go to my thing, my screenshots, I actually still have it in there, so saved, so I could actually put that up if I wanted to. It's really neat. Okay, here we go. Cloud Retainer.
Whoa, Madam Ping and Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything
Miss
yet?
Illuminated Bird.
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
Miss Illuminated Bird instead of just
You're the one who's
Illuminated
known
Bird.
Madam Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
One, Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh?
Goodbye.
All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I
the Lady of
sense
Dust.
that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might
And there's
add.
the god of Saw. And have a few of these.
There
it
is no
ancient
harm
Chinese,
done.
so.
After all,
Hey, what's up, cuz?
Lantern Rite's
New
very
photo, cool.
purpose is to commemorate the heroes
Let me
who
sit
gave
back
their
here.
lives for Liyue. Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So, how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them, and a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an Adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did, and whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something bad
She
happen?
got a Adeptus blood in her.
Oh, And now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Those little nubs, because I think one of the staggy ones was her daddy.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with
Somewhere to
Yanfei.
God, they're both,
I haven't been able to find a chance until now.
Then Kanye's probably more.
I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands.
Or something.
Cloud
She's just
Retainer,
like deluded
Ping,
that she is.
we will be off for now.
Didn't fully,
Huh?
look into
Does
it,
it have
but
to be right now?
I know she has
Which
it.
case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so long,
You can
Cloud
find one's
Retainer, why
eyes.
don't you stay?
She's like,
I'll make a
really?
cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
Oh, nice Cloud
When you
Retainer.
next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Yeah. We got your
Thank
back,
you all.
Madam Ping.
I think
Gui
you've
Zhang.
listened to enough of my nattering for one
I
day.
mean, wait, that's the
As
other
for that
lady.
melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Wow, that'd be great. We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Ping, what say you to convening more often in the future?
That would be quite wonderful. But I must say, after all this time, I've grown quite accustomed to the harbor. When we are to meet, I shall have to trouble you to make the journey to the city.
You sound just like Shenhe. The child is constantly telling one all sorts of stories from the city, as if one was partial to them.
Have you ever considered moving to the city, Cloud Retainer? There are plenty of people here to talk to. I think you would find it quite the antidote to the monotony of solitude. And if you looked around, I suspect you would find some young minds with an interest in the mechanical arts. Some of them even worth training.
We shall see.
Oh, that was cool. Alright, then Ping time.
Ping, what say you to convene?
That
Oh.
would be...
You sound just...
Have you ever
Okay.
And if you looked...
It's the same either way. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank you. You're so cute. Okay, let me get these. Glazed lilies. It's like the one place that you can really get them. So I'm like, I'm gonna get these real quick, just in case I need them for a character. Which is weight characters usually. But usually it is Minghua. But I think I already got her pretty far. See, I still needed some glazed lilies. See that? I'm glad I did go there. See, because I'm not going to get her to 90, I don't think. I do need to do something about these artifacts, though. I mean, that actually has a decent HP crit and everything. And attack, a lot of HP, attack, HP, that's where HP is the best for her, so... Yeah, I just need to level these up, I think, because she does pure geo damage anyway, so I think that'd be good. Blazily. I always push triangle, because we used to Elden Ring, man. Oh, man. When we first started that game, I was pressing X like Dark Souls 3. I was so used to that, you know? Because, you know, I got Dark Souls on here streamed when I did my first play, and did my other new plus play and stuff, you know? So, alright, that's enough for now for those. Alright, let's go. To the hoppers. Do a little jumpity jump. Hey, can I put a bomb in here and they light it up? Hey, wait. I guess they're waiting for the big day or something. Yeah. One thing I love about the Lantern Festival, this stuff right here. It's like, yeah, I can work on it. Ah! Lucky I'm being sung by or Zhao, or I'd be like, oh, hey, it's Key King and Music Man. Ooh, look at this stage. Is that? No, that's not Cloud Retainer. That's the other one. That's like Cloud Retainer. That's cool though, how every year they had that like that. The one year they had the Liony one, and it was about Zhao, but it, you know, he's not a lion, of course, he's a Yaksha, like a demon of darkness. And then they had the Staggy guy, which was, Mountain Shaper, I think, and now this one. And they had the thing over there where you would do the board. I think they still do. It's just not part of the thing anymore. Yeah, they do over there. You can see it. What? Wait. Is that part of the actual quest thing? Maybe there's something over here to talk to. What? I guess she just wants a idea. So this is part of this. Then I got part 2, where I can get more primos, and then, oh, city reputation, or lantern ray reputation, good. Cool, now she's there, so now I can just go to here, I think. Go here. That's at 7-star selection, what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that one next time. Festive Fever. Yeah, see here, the Festive Fever attain. Prerequisite quest, 7 stars. After hiking to usually go to the second floor, you might have to visit Uncle Tien. I don't know what that's for, but whatever. Let's finish this. Hey guys. Yeah, I'm doing that next, so. You see what time? Yeah, it's only 10:30. Okay, cool.
You too. Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Hey, Kiki.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Yeah, alright, man. You got rock and roll with all these musical people and stuff. Yeah.
Madam Ping wishes you all the best at the music festival.
Jingling is gonna be like rocking out, fire and flames.
Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances
She'll do a power slide and be like, you know,
Wait,
like
are you serious?
Stuff. And okay. I mean, I could see you doing that though. I mean, look at what this is.
Nervous.
Relax, relax. It's okay. Chill out, buddy. Don't make me get Zhao out here to, you know, put you in your place.
Another rehearsal's in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Yes, listen to the Traveler and his mighty powers of different stuff. I shall have the power of all of the
Mr.
elements.
Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling him everything. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad. It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip.
No,
Don't worry,
you know,
I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile. Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Thank you, geeking. Alright, let's go, man. We got work to do, Miss Palmer.
That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it?
Come on, think, girl.
Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway, fancy bamboo shoots! Zhang-Li said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right? Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked them by himself. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wang Chung Hero Parlor.
Bro. Paimon, he's like the Darkon. What the heck? He faked his own death and fell to the... I had fallen, but I shall be here. Hoya! I still don't have that spear for him either. I get one exotic weapon, so yeah. Okay, 99. That's where Zhongli should be. Or, should I? Hey. That kind of looked funny, yeah. Zhongli, go up to Zhongli. Oh, it's these guys. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up? Rock and roll. Oh, these are all the artsy guys. I like these. Okay, we got the with the opera singer. We got the rock and roller. We got the dead girl that makes dead stuff. The horror girl, I should say. Halloween girl. Yeah, she does like music too, I think. Yeah, she does. She's grooving out. Look at her. Utah.
Oh. All right.
You
Let's
rehearsing?
take a break here.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor?
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space.
Hey, thanks for stopping
a
by.
clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect spot to rehearse.
Invisible audience members?
The rehearse.
Say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all. There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Xinyan's chorus, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
For sure!
Yeah!
The whole dance floor will be yelling.
That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, man, this thing. We got the Adepti, Madam Ping and stuff watching this stuff. Or, you know, Street called whatever. Yeah, her Adepta's name was. Street, whatever. But,
don't you worry about that.
This is gonna be cool, I
I'm
think.
experienced on the stage, and I've already
I could see her doing a power slide. Xinyan, yeah. With the guitar, with the flames. Like her super, you know?
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends.
Aww.
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
I mean, look
Yeah,
who he
that's
is.
right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here. To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new.
I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them
there's
together?
a kitty cat. The little kitty cat's
Sure
always going
thing.
here.
I'm all ears.
Traveler in Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
Alright. Well, I think you ladies are good. I don't need to talk to you. Zhao shall be out. Looking for Zhongli. Old friend. Wow. Okay, yep, he's... This is Cloud Retainer's abode. This is not... Oh, this is the other one. Maybe we can finally go in this one. This is that one I think we can never go in. That Adepti abode that was always locked. Maybe it'll let us in now. Ooh, that'd be cool. Cool. Someone's here to watch too. Thank you. Appreciate that. See? I knew it. Yeah. I remember because I got all that core lapis for Zhongli. Because, you know, Zhongli. But, yep, see? I know it. It's whatchamacallit. That's the one that this lantern writes after. And the other one was the one that was before. That's Cloud Shaper, right? Cloud Shaper and whatchamacallit. Oh, this is cool, man. Let me get some of this, though. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like right next to you, beating up one of your Adepti rocks. Oh.
If it's useful, I'll
Geofly!
take it.
Okay, there we go. Alright, now we can go over talk. Sorry about that, whoever's watching with me. I appreciate it. Let's go.
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer! And illuminated bird feeder too!
She always said illuminate.
A familiar face.
Moon Carver, yes, eh?
Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Moon Carver has been taking many
Thanks for
walks
stopping by.
on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism... is that...
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind. She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey. Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Oh, Zhongli! Hu Tao told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses! When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Yay, bamboo shoot soup. And it's like a special one. Hey! Moon Carver, Mountain Shaper!
Had one known that Cloud Retainer was in possession of such eminently useful devices, one would have sought to borrow one from her long ago.
And yet, since you share my lack of enthusiasm for mechanisms and fine dining, it would have become a mere decorative ornament in your abode.
Not so. Had one had such a device to make up for one's lack of culinary prowess, Shenhe would not have had to rely on flowers and herbs alone for sustenance, while under one's care.
In that case, shall we rendezvous with Cloud Retainer one day soon, and request to borrow one more Supreme Cuisine machine?
A fine idea. A fine idea indeed.
It's not every day you get to talk to all the Adepti like this, man. This is cool. Hey, can I sit? Oh, man, I want to hang out with you guys. I'm an Adepti too. I'm Zhao. I'm more than just an Adepti, mate. I am. I am Zhao. I am the Yaksha, the last one. The last son of Zhongli. Right, Daddy? Right, Daddy? I'm sorry, I've been a good boy. I have. I've been beating stuff up though, but you know, I bring you with me. Yeah, you're always there to have my back and give me shields.
Stabilize.
Like this and stuff. You know what I mean? I bet you got some good shields right there. Moon Carver. What about you, Mountain Shaper? Oh, you can fly, so you're lucky. Oh, I can disappear, but like not when I'm playing, because I'm not actually really him. I'm just like that's the character I got. But can I get in here? It still won't let me in here. Whatever that is. This says visit the Adeptus Abode. See, this is Mountain Shaper's Adeptus Abode. It's presently out. Yeah, I know he's actually right out there. What do you mean? He's like right out there. And Zhongli, they're all right there. Oh, this is cool though. This is their area, this whole Geom Karst area right here. It's all the these booty places. Cause this one is for her. You know, the other stork lady. Alright, let's go. Let's go back to DB. Find out what happens. Guess that person's seen it and they already must have seen this or something. I don't know. Oh no, I hear laundry doing already. No, someone's doing laundry. I need laundry today. No.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hetao, and this is a little something called...
The Bling Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Oh, you're cute. I don't have her yet, but I want. Yeah, it's my boy. He's like, I'm killing stuff. I'm not out here ahead of time. Yeah. No. He's like, I remember when it was me about the festival.
Master, listen!
No, this is a cool Lantern Festival.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Shao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Shao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
faces wait until the following night. Oh, that was awesome, guys.
Okay, now I need to get a move on it.
Listen to you. You only just fulfilled one lifetime dream. Are you really thinking about your next goal already?
Don't try to tell me.
The Adeptus Seeking Voyage. How does that sound?
Oh, man! Yeah, I can already picture it.
I've also got just the finishing line for it. I'll close with, and the celestial melody echoed through the clouds forevermore.
No. It says wait for the following night, 1924, okay. Completed. What is this? The epilogue between... Oh, okay, so I just gotta do this and I get another prize? Yeah. Tick-tock. And hopefully we can get that thing done, because I need every time I got the character from doing this. So, yeah, because the first lantern, right, I did me and my exes, and got her Ningwa, for the very first lantern, right? Remember? It was her. So I got, her for me and her, and then, I think I did a con for her, actually. Yeah, when I did it, because look, yeah. That's why I'm thinking maybe I should pick her and just get her last constellation instead of the whatchamacallit girl, because she isn't leveled, but that girl looks so good, though, when it comes to having the resonance of the Geo or whatever. That girl, Yao. Or, whatever that, greatest power is. Yeah, Dendro. See, I can't, sometimes I'm confused. I got her, I got everyone on here. Except for her, so. Multiple consolations for most of these people. Except for, of course, her, so. I think I will go for her. But let's see what happens here. Got that done. All that, of course. Didn't do this yet because still need to get the thing for him. I want to do this next though, because I want that outfit. So I got 10 days for that. Wait, 1924. To the following night. What? No, it says following night. Come on, man.
Traveler, hurry!
There we go.
For us to join Hotel for dinner. Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinyue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As
Yep, right here.
expected of the parlor director. Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't
yeah.
say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba?
Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being.
Oh,
seems like it's almost time.
Getting.
Huh?
The
Huta
little
went to
girl,
fetch someone
zombie
in
girl.
person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it be Keqing? Ningguang? Or Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Hey, Zhao.
Oh. I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
That's actually his name. It's funny. Adeptus Alatus. He's like, like he got strung into it.
It's almost
you know,
Lantern
Zhao.
Rite. And you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh. Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yanxiao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no? Great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh, finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the hosts at Xinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Everyone doesn't know what she should say anymore. Adeptus Xiao, mighty Conqueror of Demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word. Don't be too harsh on Paimon.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right.
Just so funny.
This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for
A
everyone
lot
to
of
walk
talking
on
in this, but
eggshells.
this is like a little freaking opera show or something. This is funny and cute.
A little get-together between friends,
It's always good to have
sipping the
something to
finest
cheer you up
tea and
and
watching
stuff, you know?
lanterns float
Because I'm
into
used
the
to
sky,
playing, you know, like
bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy.
demon
And that is something our consultant would say. I think
But
it
I do
deserves
like
a
these
standing
games.
ovation.
And the other game in my stream with the little mouse guy or whatever. That's cool. I still have that,
acting
but
skills, Director.
I
As for me,
need a space.
I'm
so.
just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Huh? Sounds kind of self-important, but...
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm going to tell you guys what's up.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Shao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn. Hero of Dihua Marsh.
Yeah,
I know
Adeptus
you're
Shao.
there.
It's not Adeptus Shao, it's Adeptus Alatus. Zhao is who his name
Do
is,
not
but it's
disturb the
Adeptus
peace.
Alatus.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
He's my boy,
That
Zhao,
does sound
man.
like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Yeah.
Smart guess.
Ever since the first one, he was, yeah.
There's more to it? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince
It
him.
must be really cold outside. Wow.
You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What? I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But
Yeah,
now that I
Guoba
think
is
of
actually
it,
an Adepti
Xiangling
too,
told
I
me
think,
that Guoba
right?
used to be the stove god.
See? Yeah. Yep.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before. You should know him. He's...
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that saying? That voice. Could it be?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in. No such
She's
need.
telling
I'm
Jimmy
coming
what to
in.
do.
You finally let me in.
Vintage.
Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone deaf bard.
Yeah.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
Mm-hmm. This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing! Is it really okay for me to join in? All right, I'm digging in.
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genu?
Hmm? Genu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. Ah, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yes, yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
Hmm? You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
It's your brother.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease.
Because they're all dead die.
Couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
Mm-hmm. And I'm his boss. Oh, and if
She
there's
knows who he
anything
is.
unsatisfactory,
First,
let me know
rulers
anytime.
of their lands,
That's
or
very
the deities,
considerate
whatever you want
of
to call them.
Oh?
They
No
pretend they're
wonder.
very fallen.
Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti.
The
Not
oldest
to
and the
brag,
youngest.
but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge
Yeah, he's the
extends
oldest
across
of
the
that guy,
stars in the
and
land, and there's
and
nothing
Venti's
throughout
the
history
youngest
that he
of
doesn't
all
know.
the Archons.
From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an Adeptus in disguise.
Xiao, like...
Xiao, you're an Adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything. Yeah.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories." The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it An old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands.
Of course, of course.
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Changyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think? As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea. All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts!
What's with the urgency? Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion. Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
Of course I would never leave the little Paimon. Whoa. This is weird. Hi. Nice to meet you, brother, but, okay. Okay. Oh, well, I'll just go like this. Eating on kiosk. Look at them all. Hi, guys. Hey, the Paimons.
You're not allowed to leave Paimon here alone, to be honest. Paimon's worried about
Don't worry, Paimon. You won't say anything. Just don't give them up. These guys are the Archons.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. It's nothing compared to your expertise. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
Very, you know you would.
About you and Venti. Could he be a partner in your family business?
That's right. You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
Did you talk about anything interesting?
Oh, Mr. Zhangli.
Oh, no wonder those ingredients would be difficult. I guess I'll need it.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Alright, because there's only one that really knows. Alright, he shall.
Let's depart. You go ahead.
Okay, I shall. Let's go. There we go, that looks better.
Are you alright? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time... that's not what I meant. Or perhaps I should say Rex Lapis is really good at adapting to human life. You could say that he actually enjoys doing so. And that's something I might never be able to do. That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel. Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here. But I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise.
Oh, Capisis, the
Perhaps
guy.
that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching. To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanqiao made.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yanqiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest. Before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
A lot of talking in this. This is the epilogue though, so. You should just be standing next to each other. It's like blonde and brothers. Brothers with different color hair.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again? Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
They're just doing it
Don't
to
get
be
me
annoying,
involved
yeah.
in this.
Ooh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense,
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish.
but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
Well...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Yep. Traveler. Look at them all looking at him.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, Xiao, you're
Even
a
though
man.
you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people.
You mock you, Paimon, because you're just so adorable and
Paimon said
cute
she
and
wouldn't
goofy.
talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah,
I'm hungry, man.
the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous.
I need breakfast.
Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like that. Those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
Right?
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before...
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend. Paimon will be refilling and lighting the incense for
I
us.
thought she said guide, imp, friend. Guide and friend. I
Here
was
you
like,
go.
what? She's not an
Take
imp.
the match and...
I mean, she flies and flutes and she's
but
tiny,
if
but
things go really wrong,
she's gonna grow up and
here's
be
a
a
2-for-1 coupon.
spirited, awesome Paimon creature. I would imagine. Yeah. Because you could see in some of the older games that come later on, it's like you see like an adult version of Paimon, I think. What was that other game called that was like Genshin? Yeah, it's like there's Paimon, but she's adult and powerful in it, so... I don't know. We'll eventually see, I guess, in this, hopefully. If not, I don't care. It's fine.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as...
Yep, the tea was amazing, too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later.
Understood. See you later. Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid. Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic. From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, Zhongli.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side. No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler. Good that you were aware of that. So, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness. Okay. I'll see you next time, then.
It just disappears, man. I wish I could do that as him. Completed. Yeah, Lantern Festival done. It looks so pretty though. It's gonna go away. Because I finished the quest, this is gonna go away soon. In a couple days, actually, I think, right? Yeah. They update it, and hopefully the update ain't too big, because I ain't got that much space left on my PS5, man. I can't be doing all these updates and stuff, me. Alright, yeah, so again, laundry. I need to do laundry today too, man. No, I'm not doing that one. How long have I been on? Oh, almost 2 hours. Okay. Not bad. what this is,
Uncle
because...
Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Hoishi.
Is this part of the lantern right thing?
I heard that you've been traveling all over the place. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just, as I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, I am
Usually it brings you
still
right into
very...
it, that's why I'm like, alright, I want to do that, I want to learn the characters. I'm sorry, Mr.
We
Uncle
also
Tien.
want to keep any for
I'm going
these
through this fast, sorry
reasons,
everybody.
So in other words, you pick...
Correct. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf.
Yeah.
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tien here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him.
Hi, Yelan.
Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity
She comes
for
strutting
you.
in. I like her coat. Yeah, it's cool.
What do you think?
Just hanging. Seems attractive.
I think so too. It can't be a...
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tien, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect... So, how about this?
It's back
if
there.
your investigation reveals that...
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house. You're all set?
Don't tell me we're doing something. I want to do that festival thing.
Yeah, it may. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Chenwei, Mingguo. Chenwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Try to keep all that.
Chenwei? Ming?
Let's leave that. All right.
I'll do this later.
We'll keep it.
This isn't what I want to do. 7 stars. Then go to your pavilion, perform your inspection. No, I don't want to do this. Must be these.
The damned...
Oh, look at it. It should say. Wait. Prerequisite to enlist your pavilion position. This is the prerequisite class?
Again, than by a
What?
hammer.
How do you do the festive fever thing? She got here. But wait, if you do all this festive stuff, you can actually get all these characters, I think. Can't you? progress. I guess I gotta do this then.
Those memories.
Yeah, Xiao knows how. And then he just goes, Kadoosh, Kadoosh, Shabloosh.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my...
Oh,
that's called being...
Oh, come on.
All right, you Qianwei,
This
that was a
is
bit
annoying for me, sorry.
How about
so I'm
this?
kind of like going through it fast because I kind of want to get to that part because I want to do that and get those characters because there's only a couple of days
Looks like all
left.
3 candidates have arrived.
And I got stuff to do today, and
We'll
it's
meet them formally.
yeah,
I've split it into
almost
2
12,
stages.
15 minutes at
Current
12,
affairs
so
in the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow. One of them is
It's also worth mentioning, failing the occurrence of some there's still some time. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you...
what do I have to do now? What? 7-star selection? Okay. And okay.
Finished, huh?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Qianwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I
Okay,
certainly
you don't have to
hadn't
be such a
imagined I'd be
douche,
seeing
dude.
2 entirely unfamiliar
Like, come on, man.
faces.
You're being a turd.
I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are with your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Oh my goodness, this is rude.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please, introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days? My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and...
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach two very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
I like him so far.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said...
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary! Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yewan.
Last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is the depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Jur-E take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see.
Okay, cool. Let's go. I take the fast route this time. Shall take the fast route. Yeah. Wait, no more of those flower things? I may need some for her eventually if I decide to make her Ascended 80. Ah! Didn't hit at first. I was like, what the heck? Boring. Yeah. And I'm here. Hi.
All right. Then let me ask this. The ideas in...
Oh. I didn't want to say anything. Those three candidates, but Qianwei...
Whoa! So...
Qianwei was a... We first met while Juri came from a poor family. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So, I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he caught on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, the young are growing up.
I don't know, Uncle Tien. You still seem in pretty good shape to me.
Oh, you. There's really...
Sounds like you...
Ooh, there's nothing...
I'm sorry for skipping this stuff. I can tell what's going on. It's just I just want to get to the part where I need to so I can get that done and get my character.
Ooh, can Paimon...
Let's get back...
I appointed, had you not asked me this decision...
Not really a lot, but it's cold out, so I'm just trying to get some certain things done. And yeah.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tien. Look after yourself. was...
Easy.
Huh?
No, nothing like... The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information. For example...
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Who are they?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan?
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Juri. Well, obviously, as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first.
If we're looking for him, he does business.
Oh, it seems like it's gonna take a while. Darn it, come on, man. I just wanna do that thing. Oh. Wait, can I? Can I? Festive fever? Just all this part. What the? See, this says behind the scenes. You know what? Let me see what this is. It says talk to Xiao Quinn. So it stops his stamina. Hey, doggy. So, yeah, this is it. Okay. Ah, so there's challenges. Okay, I see. Hey, how do I see him though? Oh, man. Oh, there they are. Okay, I see 1, 2. I think you need to see each one to get them all or something. So yeah, I want to do that real quick. Oh, geo. Ah! Got it. Got that one, okay. Now I gotta climb up here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you, birdie. You look too much like a cloud singer. And I can get all the way top of here and fly all the way over there. Isn't there like a ship here or something that you can like, just in case you don't drown? No. It's like, yeah, just get over there. Okay, I'll get over there. Yeah, I got you also. This is not a problem. If we can't change an error, it would be awesome because I'd be Snare Motion and Jiao too. Alright, good enough. Let's go. Actually, I don't think this is actually that far. Maybe a normal person could make it, yeah. But yeah, normal, yeah, they definitely could.
Useless.
I was running before and I wasted some of the stamina, so yeah. There we go. Hello, Hermel. We'll get all the fireworks for the Lantern Festival. Where's your dude at? It says higher. Oh, he's all the way up in the freaking mast. Like usual. All the way up on the mast. You got the Conquer Demons on the case, man. Now it says lower? What? Alright, where is this guy? Lower? Still? What? Where are you, buddy? Oh, is that him? Oh, okay, over here. Kazuha! Venti!
This is such a cool ship! Facing the sea breeze and
He did say he
gazing
was
out at the
going over
cosmos.
here, that's cool.
How about I stay here and be the ship's resident bard? What are my prospects?
With your level of artistic finesse, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. But I'm afraid the sailors aboard are not the most versed.
There's a port in Mondstadt too, but I rarely get the chance to board any of the ships. Speaking of ships, everything's perfect about this one, except... Kazuha, could you tell your captain that my height says nothing of my age? I'm way past drinking age. How often does one get to enjoy a seafood feast on a ship? It'll be a real shame if there isn't anything stronger to enhance the food. Pretty please?
There's not much I can do about that. It's not because Captain Beto's not on the ship right now, but because there's no room for negotiation on this matter. Even I have to sit in the no-drinking zone every time.
But I don't get drunk after just a few sips. Trust me, I can hold my liquor really well.
Yes, you can. Oh, like each character has a challenge. Oh. And if you do them... I guess you can use all the points, it doesn't matter which one it is for any character, but I don't know yet, so... Okay, cool.
The damned
So
will
she's
sooner
the
die
lady for
again
that.
than lay a...
Can you just, like... You can teleport to the ship. Oh my goodness. And this is the Intward Star. That's the last one, I think. Where is that? Okay, down here. Oh, right here. Oh, this is like the near one.
What am I doing here today?
Oh, it's like the lantern thing again. But what did it say about who is over here or something like that? Uh-oh.
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in a...
Come on, hear me out. I accidentally dropped...
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret.
The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us want.
Okay. Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsettias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri.
Juri? I've heard a
Oh,
story.
this is
One of
that
his
one.
name. He
Oh, man,
returned.
no, I'm gonna do this.
Why are you asking? Well then.
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, try not to let him...
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this.
I understand. Let's walk and talk.
What are you waiting for? What are you
Because
waiting
I'm not
for?
doing that.
We won't hear anything.
I'm not doing that. No. That's what I want to do, not this. There we go. Okay, I just want to get these challenges done. Alright, well, how about I just say from here, we got the Lantern Festival done and stuff like that, so thanks for watching. I'm just going to do this little stuff here and, you know, all this stuff. I don't want to interrupt it. And, thanks for watching, and I should be recording more later, and, thanks for stopping by. If anybody watches this and likes it, you know, share and like. There's a lot of talking, not really any fighting in this. It's literally of 2 hours of nothing but storytelling, but hey, it is what it is. So, next time, hopefully there's more fighting and stuff. So, thanks for watching, take care, and, see you next time.